mente ahí fuera. Soy Modupiola Kinjorie, tu efemera, psiquiátrica bilingüe favorita, aquí de nuevo. Si eres de nuevo aquí, eres bienvenido a mi canal de YouTube. Por favor, siéntanse libre de suscribirse y comentar, dar me gusta y compartir mis videos. Today we're going to be talking about a different topic, which is cognitive distortion. What are cognitive distortions? Cognitive distortions are automatic, unhelpful thinking patterns that shows up when we are stressed, when we are emotionally overwhelmed. They are not intentional. They are mental habits that our brain uses to make quick sense of situations. The problem is that these thoughts often make us feel worse. Example like all for nothing thinking, if I'm not perfect, I'm a failure. If one thing goes wrong, everything will fall apart. Like mind reading, they may think I'm stupid. Or if I feel anxious, something bad must happen. So these thoughts feels real in the moment. They are not always accurate. How can cognitive distortion affect our emotions? Whatever we think, once our mind feeds on it, our brain takes it and it affects our expression. It affects our emotions because when we believe distorted thoughts, our emotion intensify quickly. The thoughts becomes the spark and the emotions becomes the fire. When we believe the distorted thoughts, our emotions intensify drastically. The thoughts becomes the spark and the emotions becomes the fire. Thoughts like I am failing as a parent. Emotion can be in form of shame or sadness or anxiety. The behavior that comes out from it can be withdrawal, irritability, being on the edge, shutting down and things like that. If we don't catch the thoughts early, the emotions grows stronger and harder to regulate. What causes cognitive distortion? Cognitive distortions often develop from trauma, chronic stress, childhood experiences, learned family pattern, anxiety or depression, overactive threat response, limited emotional regulation skills, negative core beliefs. Negative core beliefs saying to oneself that I'm not enough, people will leave me. So when the brain is overwhelmed, it tries to protect us by simplifying information, but sometimes it misfires. It creates distorted thinking. We can reduce or prevent cognitive distortions in several ways. Tenko Senko formats the inventor Estelle. I have 5 ways to prevent this cognitive distortion. Numero uno, emotional regulation skills through deep breathing exercises, grounding skills, mindfulness practices, pausing before we react, naming our emotions accurately. This helps to calm the body because once the body is calm, it helps us to clear our mind. Numero dos, cognitive reframing can be in form of challenging any automatic thoughts. You want to ask, is this thought or emotions 100% true? Search for more information or evidence to support that emotion if it is a true emotions that justifies the expression. We want to create a more balanced alternative thought, which is for healthier thoughts. Numero tres, strengthening our core beliefs, practicing self-compassion. Like I said, what we believe in is what our mind acts on, what fits our brain as well. We want to affirm positive strength. We want to affirm positive responses to our brain. Also, we want to replace old narratives with healthier ones. Numero cuatro, psychoeducation. Understanding how the brain works helps to reduce shame, improves empowerment. Psychoeducation helps people understand why cognitive distortion happened, which increases a sense of control. When individuals learn that distorted thoughts are not personal failures, automatic brain responses to stress, trauma, or past experiences, they begin to see their reactions with more compassion instead of judgment. Understanding the brain threat system, emotional triggers, thinking patterns empowers people to pause, to question their thoughts, to also choose healthier interpretations, because this knowledge turns something that once felt overwhelming and confusing into something predictable and manageable. And this gives people the confidence to challenge the distortion and regulate their emotion more effectively. Numero 5, we need the support system. We cannot overemphasize the need for support system through therapy, groups therapy, individual therapy, counseling, peer groups, peer support, spiritual practices, community education, and healthy relationships. These are very important. To sum up this, by understanding how our thoughts shape our emotion, we give ourselves the power to pause, to reframe, to respond with clarity instead of being overwhelmed. Espero que aprenda una o dos cosas hoy. Si tienes alguna pregunta, you can drop it in the comment section. Gracias siempre por escuchar y ver. Aprecio tu tiempo. Nos vemos más tarde. Adiós por ahora. Gracias.